Jumping right into today's review, we have the S.H.Figuarts Tanjiro Kamado from Demon Slayer. Now, this was a very unexpected line that I thought S.H.Figuarts Tamashii Nations would not do, but here he is. I was pretty hyped when he was announced. The box art is really clean. Take the sides. And then, of course, we got this Nezuko I have pre-ordered. And I think they're making a Giyu, but I'm probably not going to pick him up because I don't know if you can see him back there, but I already have some Demon Slayers. And I got Giyu back there, there's Tanjiro, Akaza, Tengen. So we'll do some comparison when we get into that. But aesthetically, this Tanjiro is pretty nice. I love how he looks. The way BuzzMod made their Tanjiro is his thick pants. They made it to where you could swap it out to have a bendable, to have like a molded bended knee. But S.H.Figuarts cracked the code. You know, it's a little janky, but you know, who really cares? I always say, make it, I want the articulation to be the best. So if you have to compromise some of the designs and have weird cuts like Revoltech does, obviously Revoltech's not, you know, not one to shy away from cutting into their molds and doing all these different wacky cuts to bring out that articulation. I'd rather have the best articulated Tanjiro Kamado figure we could ever have than have basically what is a statue because they're too scared to cut into that knee or whatever. But I do like the BuzzMod. I made some videos with them, but I do absolutely love this Tanjiro. So let's get into the articulation while we're at it. Let me just remove his sword. So we can start from the head down to the bottom. He has a cut right here, so that gives you the ability to look up that much. You can look down that much. Not too bad. It's whatevs. You know, his earrings might get in the way, but that's just what you got. You can take a look. As you can see, it's just a really deep kind of just ball joint in there. So it's pretty nice though. Not too bad. Place this back on. Now, the most interesting part, and I would say the hardest to learn about this figure, is the arms. So we have a butterfly joint in there. Now this arm is cut a lot. So it's cut here, it's cut at the bicep, cut at the elbow, cut at the forearm. And this, his like actual arm sleeve is articulative as well, just on a ball joint, so it can move whichever. But these sleeves, you can move them like so. Same with this, same with the top of his sleeve. It can be moved that way, so you can have it like flapping in the wind, whichever way. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. I like it a lot. Bicep swivel. It does get a little conjointed sometimes, so you just gotta make sure to have the joint facing the way you want to, so you don't like break it trying to move it. But it's definitely a learning curve. But other than that, we get pretty good bendable arm. Like I said, S.H.Figuarts or whatever team was behind the Demon Slayer, they were not afraid to give it the cuts they need to get that articulation in, which I like a lot. Now for the abdomen, we can start with this coat again. 3 separate pieces. Normally, I don't really like that it's cut up a lot, as you see on like S.H. Piccolo, Law, Kid, Kaido, how they like cut it up into 3s. It's really hard to pose. They actually did a really good job. It's kind of like a flimsy plastic. The go-to material that a lot of people like to say they'd want in like a plastic cape is the Sasuke skirt. I think he's over there or something like that. But Sasuke's skirt is so flimsy, like movable, that it makes it really good to pose, which I like about this. And it's on some ball joints, so you could really get it to pose, you know, sideways, the other way, all the way up, all the way down, side to side if you really wanted to. So this is actually really nice. I like how this is. I just don't like this back. Like, why did they do that? That serves no purpose because it doesn't move. So yeah, that's kind of weird. They should have just made that just one piece. But I don't know. Other than that, you know, no one's really looking at the back, so that's really fine. And then we got the sword that's just on a little ball peg, so that's cool. Take that off. But the abs, pretty good crunch, pretty good back. And I guess you could lift it up. I don't know if that doesn't really increase his articulation. So I don't know why you can do that. But that's something. I don't know. Waist, you can go all the way around. So that's awesome. We have these 3.0 legs, which I like a lot. Full splits. Can't go back that much, but you know, that's okay. Thigh swivel. Thigh swivel. Legs can go more than 90, just like the Buzz mod. Or just like the Buzz mod with the like second attachment legs. And then this part actually moves like his shin. So that moves with it. You can get that extra articulation. And then we go down to the feet, you know, standard toes. Ankles can move about that much, which is really nice. Up that way, up that way. So all around, this is a pretty good articulative figure. It's definitely really good. I don't have the Figmas, but you know, Figma's not bad. I'm not gonna hate on Figma. Their articulation is good. Sometimes it's bad, but this is probably better than Figma. I'm not gonna lie. I own some Figmas, and this is definitely better. But with that, we can go into the accessories. So of course he comes with his smiling face, and he comes with 3 more faces. Pop that off. We have his teeth gritting face or angry face with his Demon Slayer mark. As you can see, it's changed, which is really cool if you want to have him activate that. I really wish they would find a way where you could have it like activated on all the faces and not activated, whether it's have more face plates, kind of the same face plates, but I mean, you know, it's cool right now. It's cool for now. Then we have this yelling face. I would love, since S.H.Figuarts likes doing the DLC faces, I would love for them to add in one of his screaming faces when he was fighting with Tengen, where like he has his mark and he's like, you know, yelling really loud, going like that. I'll pop it up right here, but that would be a really cool face. But this is, you know, standard screaming. And if you can see with the earrings, they move with his emotion. So when he's gritting or when he's yelling, he's probably moving. So the earrings are gonna move, unlike his smiling, where he's probably just, you know, standing still. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. And they're not too fragile. They're pretty sturdy on there, just, you know, trying to break it. And then we have his, get this back in, serious face, which is pretty cool. It's not bad. But yeah, faces are really nice. Eyes are nicely detailed. I think it looks really good. And going on to the other accessories, we have his sword sheath, which just plugs in. And we actually get 2 different swords. Instead of just giving us his Rengoku's, I don't know what these things are, but you know, sword placement holder, actually comes with 2 different swords, which you can then just plug into that. It might be upside down. It's a little hard to get in, but go like so. That's pretty cool. And so with that, we get 2 different swords. And I didn't know they were actually different. As you can see, the designs on this one. But yeah, there you go. 2 different swords. And then of course we get these sword holding hands and relaxed hands. And then we get another additional kind of open hands. Plug those in, along with a, you know, standard fist hand. There it is. There's that other open hand. It's more action posy, and then just a standard fist. And then that's going to be all the accessories. So no water effects, no fire effects, no sun effects, nothing like that. Which I'm okay with for a $35 figure. That, you know, like Trunks, S.H.Figuarts Trunks, Base Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, those are all 35 figures. They come with the bare minimum. You know, you can find them at Walmart, Target, so it's not bad for 35 bucks. I'm hoping they do a accessory kit. They've been doing a lot of those. Like with the Deku and Bakugo, they just announced a accessory kit, which is going to be cool. But, you know, Demon Slayer accessory kit, we're talking some extra faces, some battle damage faces, some, you know, obviously water effect, fire effect, sun effect. So that would be really cool. But with that portion of the review, let's hop into the comparison. Now before I start, I just want to say, this is probably not an unpopular opinion, but I absolutely hate whichever team, because like there's like, it's obviously all S.H.Figuarts that makes them, but there's like different teams that make the figures, and you know, I absolutely hate whoever did Luffy like this. Because look, comparing Articulation, we could have got this cut right here, something like that, and look at that, man. This is beautiful, beautiful designing, and we have this trash Luffy figure, doesn't move. I'm just so disappointed. I'm hoping someone comes out with a like a leg piece that you can swap out, and of course some Gomu Gomu effects, but I'm sure they'll make a redemption in the future. But I just want to get that out the way. But you know, I have some figures here to do some size comparisons, some main character comparisons. But let's jump into the S.H.Figuarts Tanjiro against the Buzzmod Tanjiro. Now I had this guy kind of posed up like this really nicely. I didn't have the jacket because it is a little bulky, which I don't like a lot, but this pose is great. So we can see standing up, I think he's a bit taller, but Buzzmods are a lot bigger. He's a wee bit taller, I would say. Definitely a lot bigger. So, and then this was the legs. These only go about to 90, but then with his bent legs, basically like, that's obviously more than 90. But let's try to see what this can get to. Bend that. We can boot it up like so. Let's check that out. Obviously, it's not going to be, you know, they can only do so much with the bend, but it's still pretty impressive. This one's really cool, but it's like a separate leg you have to pop out. On my Tanjiro, it's not that bad, but on other figures, it's harder to do. But it definitely saves a lot of time when posing, especially when I do my videos and I have all those cuts and movements. Definitely saves a lot more time. Face-wise, though, you know, this one's a bit older. They've done a 2.0 Rengoku, so I'm hoping they do a 2.0 Tanjiro, and I'll be happy with that. But with the S.H.Figuarts Tanjiro, I don't really see Buzzmod doing it because I don't know if a lot of people would buy it. Maybe just some updated faces like they did with the Daki figure. They just have DLC faces. I'm fine with that too. But aesthetically, they both look pretty good. You could say this one's like manga version, this one's more anime. You know, you could really say a lot, but I don't know. Just depends if you want that cloth cape. It's a little bulky. I might pick up a different cape, something a little thinner. But that is the comparison with that guy. Let's get on to some other size comparisons with some other S.H.Figuarts. There we go. We have my first anime I've ever watched, Naruto. And yeah, Naruto's definitely taller. He's a pretty tall lad. So, kind of works. Tanjiro is a little big. He's a little big guy. That's fine. Then we have the S.H.Figuarts Itadori. Check out that size comparison. Itadori's taller. Makes sense. That's really nice looking. I don't want to bust out my Revoltech Deku, so I'll just use Todoroki. I'm sure they're probably the same height. But yeah, this Tanjiro is kind of big, but maybe they're just really small. But it still works, you know what I mean? No one's really going to pose their figures standing straight up. Vanilla pose. We got the S.H.Figuarts Disappointment of the Year, Luffy. I think he's kind of the same size. They're pretty cool though. There's that. And just for some variety, I have the Storm Collectibles Baki. I'm not going to stand him straight up because obviously he'll be taller. Storm Collectibles are a bit taller like that, but here you have it. Size comparison with Baki. But there you go. Now for some final thoughts, of course. This guy he's pretty good. If you could definitely pick him up. I got him at Ninden Game, which I think he is in stock for around 30 bucks. Shipping's around 20, so it'll be 50 in total, but I think he's definitely worth it if you want a good Demon Slayer. And with Buzzmod being pretty rare and they don't really do re-releases. I mean, they've done re-releases this year, but they don't usually do it, and they sell out pretty fast. I'd recommend picking them up. I could see them doing a re-release in the future if they sold out, but I'd highly recommend picking them up. Definitely check out Ninden Games, Plaza Japan, Big Bad Toy Store. But other than that, I give him a solid, let's see, 7 out of 10. No accessories. You know, he's just kind of bare bones, but 7 out of 10. Pretty good though. And if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Check out my TikToks, why I make them fight. I'll definitely have Tanjiro in a part 2 of a Demon Slayer video I'm doing. I'm just waiting on Buzzmod and Nosuke to come in. I'll have him join the fight. So if you haven't checked that out, you know, check out my other channels. I'll probably leave it here at the end for you to go check out that other Buzzmod video I did. But thanks for watching. Stay subscribed, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.